Okay. I forgot about the stairs. I think I was too busy looking for goodies and scrounging up everything like a fucking pack rat. And I forgot about the stairs. So that's entirely my fault. It's not on the game on that one. If I just would have been more attentive and my memory was better, that would have been circumventable, and all that frustration would have been set aside. I still lost out on that word of power in the subway, but that's okay. That's fine. So that leads me to wonder, how do I get the other word of power that was down the stairwell? Hold on, maybe I need to experiment with that a little bit more. Can you fuck off? Stupid shadow cunt. No, it won't give it to me right here. Go away! Seriously. God damn it. I don't have any room to experiment and try and figure out how to get the collectible thing if you're gonna fucking shove an enemy up my ass 24/7. Okay, I can't go that way, so that implies that I have to get the word of power from down here, but how do I do it? Oh, let me guess. I think I know what I have to do. No, because I can't grab the light from the train, because if I grab the light from the train, then I'm trapped, right? Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna skip out on this word of power, too, but it's fucking frustrating. Like, it's right there on the other side of the gate. There's absolutely no reason I couldn't just stand here and shine the light through the gate at it. Like, it's really stupid, but whatever. Alright. Game's not gonna give it to me, it's not gonna give it to me. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, you know what? I just had an idea, though. Maybe I can traverse this thing backwards through there with a light from over here, possibly. So if I get a light from over here, maybe I can return it to there and change the way that area is. And maybe that'll remove the gate so I can get the power word. Maybe. But I don't know of a light over here that I could take. Okay, so I just saved down there, so I don't gotta save again. At least not that early. Now I'm down a fuck ton of batteries, and I'm down a shit ton of revolver rounds. What does that say? Find Alice? Okay. So, I'm trying to remember, but I think Alice is his wife, but I can't remember it entirely, because it's been so long. Okay, so this is all warpy and fucked up, so I can't go that way. But now I have the context for the ritual thing, so... That implies that I have to return this way, I think. So, let me go through the train again. We haven't heard that screeching noise in a while. That has me a little bit worried. Okay, so I gotta keep an eye out for a light over here that I can transition. This is where I got attacked by the shadow people. That I'm still gonna be keeping an eye out for. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm not going through like 3 or 4 shadow people to try and find a light for a word of power. That's just fucking stupid. I don't have the resources for that right now. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're just gonna turn around and we're gonna put the, the summoning ritual on the murder board here. And we're gonna see what that does. Oh shit. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? Train. Go to the train. Okay. That is going to be a fat quick save from me. Okay, so the dark presence manifested when I did the ritual thing, so is that what I summoned?
I couldn't hear the dark presence.
That is ultra sketchy. Alright. So, what does that do for us now? Am I going to have to periodically run from that thing? Okay.
The tunnel was open now.
Let's go through the tunnel and see if we can get away from this thing. I think that's what it's implying that we have to do here. I thought that thing might come back. Okay, that was uber sketch. Alright.
I'd seen it before.
That was just instinct. So that segment was directed well because, like, your instinct does naturally kick in right there. There's a very well-lit place that immediately draws your attention and attracts your focus, so you know where to go. So I like it when segments like that would otherwise be seen as trial and error are directed well enough to give you context to what to do. This, oh my god, this looks creepy as fuck. Alright. Cool. Righty then. What is the deal with this? Oh, is this back at the lake? So maybe the imagery of this shit that Alan Wake is seeing and the shit that Saga sees is the overlap itself. Where, like, the story intertwines and, like, the physical place becomes one.
His heart was the key.
Yeah, okay, this is Robert Nightingale. Alright. Okay, let's take a look at the heart, real quick. So, is that because Saga picked it up?
Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I can sense it.
So I'm wondering if the entire game is a metaphor for Alan being too sucked into his novel.
Had the woman in the vision help me somehow?
So maybe Alan is, like, literally absorbed in his writing, possibly? Like, maybe it's a big metaphor
Lived with Alice.
type thing.
It was out there. Waiting for me.
Okay. So that sewer segment, like, part of it was cool, and then part of it was really, really, really just, like, part of it was kind of frustrating for poor reasons. Not a lot of it, though. I honestly kind of liked the immersion of that segment. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty well directed. Everything seemed pretty obvious. The only frustrating part was having to deal with the shadow people and expending resources because I did not know where to go. That was the only really shitty part of it, to be honest. Okay, I wonder where I go. Maybe it's this giant open-lit crevasse. Possibly. Do I gotta be closer?
Stepping into the murder site, I felt it hanging in the air.
So are we following in the footsteps of Casey, maybe? Oh, sorry, I should have let that play out. Can I go back to it? I didn't expect it to stop. Okay, we can go back to it. Well, are you gonna do the thing? There we go.
The murder site, I felt it hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
Okay, there we go. I should have let him finish his, words of insight. Oh, are we where I think we are? We might be where I think we are. Oh, we're not. Okay. This is definitely not where I thought we would be. Okay, so where's my word of power then? So there's an arrow there and an arrow there, so that leads me to believe that maybe I have to... No, because I can't jump down here, okay. Oh, it's in the train. Then why would it point me up? That's weird, alright. Word of gun, what does that give me? 5% chance to not consume ammo when firing the revolver. Increases knockback of Alan's shotgun, which I have not yet found. I don't know if I've missed it. Maybe I've missed it. This seems like a segment, though, that would be, like, directed for you to only have the revolver to defend yourself with, though. Because there hasn't been any adequate threats, I think, to befit a shotgun.
I was closer now.
Okay, so if we can't jump down onto the main track, then... Is there some blood here? A little bit of random shit, some construction hats. No ammo, though. No ammo for Alan Wake. Of course not. Why would they give us ammo? We just expended, like, literally 50 rounds. Why would they give us ammo reserves? Why would they do that? Okay, so now we're out of the subway. Okay, that was fun. Seemed oddly unnecessary to go through that entire thing just to fucking remember that we lived in an apartment, but okay. Okay, there's the big building from Alan's vision, so I'm assuming we're going straight there.
New York. Was I really this close to being home?
I don't think so. We have an entire narrative to complete, Alan. I don't think we're out of it that easily. I'm hearing a telephone ring. Wait. The telephone was over here before. Yeah, okay. I'm just going off of memory here by relation of objects. Collect call from... Yeah, exactly. See, the telephone knows. Thank God you called.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Yeah, I don't even know who this guy is when a stranger calls, right?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
We would be if you would answer my
Is this Alan talking to himself?
We spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check
And he's saying you know who I am because Alan knows it's himself. So maybe this is Mr. Scratch we're talking to, possibly.
Here, that's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Okay. Okay, so I think that supports my theory that Alan is this Mr. Scratch person. Okay. So I think it's safe to say that Alan killed Casey in the alley. But it wasn't Alan. It was like this dark presence manifestation of him from like the writing of his novel twisted into reality, I think is what it is. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I'm kind of banking on that right now. Are you gonna... Yeah.
Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
I mean, probably. You wrote it. If you miss your wife a lot, you'd probably write her into the novel without thinking about it, right? So maybe he's subjecting her to this dark force by inputting her into the novel. Interesting. Okay. This is pretty wacko crazy. I'm really liking the weird ethereal draw of all the narratives combining from, like, the different viewpoints is really cool. So this overlap thing, scary man, scary fucking cutaway, alright? Is really, 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 really cool to see.
Go off when the door opens.
I think it's a really neat element.
Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
Uh-oh. Bottle of wine, alright. Pick photos for exhibition posters.
This is a photo of Scratch.
He looks just like us.
Is he stalking her?
He literally looks just like Alan Wake. Okay. So I was right. Okay. A little bit predictable, but alright. I can forgive it. The game's been really cool up to now. Let's take a look at all the ritzy artwork. God, it's gaudy. It's cool, though. Some of it is nice. It's kind of stupid, though, that you can just take a lot of fucking autistic splatters and, like, call it a fucking mosaic and get, like, paid for it, though.
Alice's video camera.
Feels like a toddler could do that.
No memory card inside.
Okay, no memory card. So we need a memory card for the camera. I don't think the janitor key is going to help us with the camera. Before we check that out, let's see if there's any more wine in the kitchen. Because Alan needs to be off his ass to see more scary shit, right? Okay. I think it's safe to say that we're supposed to check out this shit. Video art documentary on screens. Molt. Focal point of the dark place. What would molt mean? Multimedia? I'm thinking that's what it would mean. Okay, so there's no light we can transfer. There's no memory card for the camera that we can put into the camera. There's no wine we can consume. There's a door we didn't open.
This is the door to my study.
Fuck.
Where I wrote my books.
And of course it's locked. It would give us too much context. Can we shine the light on the symbol and have it do something? No, we can't. Alright. So, what is the deal with this? Of the dark place. Focal point of the dark place. Okay. Okay, nothing we can do there, it would appear. But there's nothing anywhere else to check with. Wait, what is that? Part 1. Ah, the memory card.
Alice's memory card.
Nice. Alright. My bad, I just didn't see that. It kind of blended in with the table in my vision. Okay. Bam. Okay. So let's see what happens here. I'm assuming it's going to be more jump scare, scary bullshit. Oh, it's another live action thing.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me.
That's an understatement.
I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan.
Oof.
We had a good thing.
Oof.
We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could.
Damn.
I took his promo shots. Created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into
Yeah, see, I'm not an artist, I'm an artiste. There's a difference.
I was taking photos, just not my photos.
You were taking photos for me. You work for me, wife. Or ex-wife.
Nod at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right?
Oh, that's cool. I know my wife's talking about bullshit, but I have one of those little tic-tac metronome things. That's neat. Those are fun.
Then Alan hit a block.
And then what happened?
I brought out a meaner side of him.
Oh. I thought you guys lost your
One I
apartment.
didn't like.
I don't know how well my book sold.
I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone.
Yep, that's how it happens.
Drowned, allegedly.
Drowned.
Easy for people to think it was my fault.
Oh, is that why we found Alan in Cauldron Lake? So at the end of the first game, I can't remember the ending, but I do remember a car crash, and I do remember a lot of water, so maybe that has something to do with it. So I guess from the events of the first game, from the ending, presumably Alan had drowned, I guess.
Typewriter keys clacking.
13 years later, Alan comes back from the dark place. And he's saying that the lake isn't a lake, so maybe it's more of that metaphysical shit. Where it's like a portal to a different dimension or something. But I think it's more like, I think that's too on the nose. I think it has more meaning than that. Physical and metaphysical.
It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster.
So is Mr. Scratch Alan's own projection of the manifestation of the negative parts in his life that ruined his marriage, possibly? Because that seems also really on the nose, but maybe.
With motion sensors and flashes.
So maybe the monstrous version of Alan is like a duplicate of Alan that emerged from the overlap of the lake, right? This is definitely like seeming like a Silent Hill plot. It's really crazy
And this is the focus of
how well they nailed the tension and atmosphere in this, and like the story direction.
the world is so much darker than they ever knew.
This is really cool conceptually. I think this is awesome.
I'm calling this exhibit the Dark Place.
Okay, I think she's finally done with her bullshit.
Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
The Dark Place, the Art of Alice Wake. Hi, creepy version of myself. What's up, dude? So this is back at the cabin on the lake, right? The one that we stayed at.
Writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place. To look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere.
Oh, so maybe he traded places with the dark version of himself to see if he can find his way back out of the dark place, which is the lake, right? So he's trying to emerge from the lake and actually return and come back, maybe. So his mind is still there. Like, his physical body is, like, up to speed with Saga and shit. Like, he was pulled from the lake, but I don't think he's actually out. Oh, that's crazy. We have a bullet in our head. Alright, that's kind of wild. Oh, and he's trying to write the return story to emerge from the lake, right? That's what he meant by he had to write himself out. But in order to write himself out, he needs to get a perspective of, like, the dark place and shit.